previously I showed you how you can add a payment and apply that payment from the payment manual posting screen. So when I showed you how you add a payment, I showed you from the payment search screen, which is the payment entry search, and how you can add a payment from there and apply the payment from that screen. Here I'm going to show you how you can search payments and add new payments from the manual posting screen itself. So if you want to just add new payments and post those payments, you can always do it from the manual posting screen. So I'm going to open up the manual posting screen. In the manual posting screen on the top left hand side, you can see there is a new and search option. The search option allows you to search payments that you've already added. So you can also, you have a drop down filter. You can select whether you want to search by payment number, batch number, check number, patient's name if it's a patient payment, or if it's an insurance payment, you can select insurance and type in the insurance name. So let's say if I want to search for insurance payments for a particular insurance, I can type that name in there and you can see it shows me those insurance payments. If you want to also additionally use the payment date as well, so let's say if I want to look at all payments for the month, so you can see it shows me all those insurance payments for the month. So similar to searching of insurance payments, you can search other payments as well using these filters. So this is a search option, but there's also a new option which you can use for adding new payments. Now on the search, once this list comes up, you can click on the payment. So let's say if you want to search or look at this payment, you can click on it. And when you click on it, you can see that it loads that payment information, that payment number, and then you can hit the search to, or select the patient and search to post the payment or apply the payment to the patient's charges. The new option here is for adding a new payment, which you can click on the new, and then you can see that all these grayed out fields become active for you to either enter or select the information. So you can tab here to the fields, and I'm going to just tab around to the payment date, and I'm going to enter a payment date in here. Next, if you want to add any reference number for this payment, you can enter the reference number. I tab to the total amount field. This is where we can enter the amount of the payment, the total check amount. We can tab into the on account amount field, and then we tab and it brings you back to this payment type field. This is where you can select what type of payment it is. So let's say if it's an insurance payment, I'll select the type here as claim. Then we can select the name. So let's say if it is from this insurance, so I can select that insurance, and then we can again tab again along to the method field. We can enter the check number. So I select a check. It brought up a field for me to enter the check number. We can also select a default adjustment code, which would be used when you are posting the payment. Whatever default adjustment you select from this drop down, that is the adjustment code that is going to be used when you're entering any adjustment amounts. This adjustment code that you select there, it's going to use that as a default adjustment code. Of course, you can override it while posting the payment, but if you want to use a particular adjustment code, you can always select that. So this one which is selected here is ADGSFS, which is adjustment as per the standard fee schedule. If you also want to add comments or any additional info, you can see that you click the option and it brings you the box to enter comments. Now, once you have filled in all this info and you bring the cursor, that's right now the cursor is on my comments field, but when you bring the cursor on the patient, right at this time, if you look at the payment number, there's no payment number here. But when I bring it into the patient field, you can see there's a payment number that now appears. So which means that the payment has been created. So when you tab to these different fields, enter them, um, and when you bring your cursor from here to the patient, the system will create a payment. So you can add new payments this way too. It may be a little easier for you to add payments this way. If you're just going to add payments and post them, you can do it from, you can add payments from using this payment new option. Now, if you want to add another new payment, just hit on the new again, and then it'll bring up the next. So you can see that it refreshes that page, and then you can enter the next payment, next new payment. So once you have finished all that, you can click on the patient field, select the patient, and apply the payment. Now, the only thing is that from this option, which is the new or the search, you cannot edit payments from this screen. You can only enter or search payments from here, which is enter new payments or search an existing payment. You cannot edit payment. The payment edit always has to be done from that enter edit screen, so which is the screen that was shown on the previous part, where you can search payments there and edit the payment. So that edit can only happen from that screen. From this screen, if you want to like add payments and just post payments, you can use the screen for adding and posting payments.